Guys, today we are going to install this smart shunt, Victron SmartShunt, to monitor so-called state of charge of this battery here in this board. Actually, I already implemented the same in my second battery. The video will be in the description below. And the principles here are not almost, are all the same, but this may be useful for you if you want to integrate the state of charge monitoring to existing system, like it happened to me here. I have everything already done, so I spent the whole winter to make all the new wires, all the new electric to this board. It's all covered on my channel, and also the new dashboard here. And then I realized that I still want to monitor the state of charge of this battery, because the ampemeters that I install there are not convenient, so the shunt for ampemeters are there. I want to see the state of charge, and the only solution without doing any additional wiring, more wiring, is to install this shunt locally, and I will give you now some ideas. We have to integrate this shunt on the negative side of the bus, like here, and the rest is about to power the shunt itself. And guys, we are going to power this through the temperature sensor, because it gives us some adventure. Well, I will show it probably later to you. So basically we need to integrate this between the battery minus and this wire, if you have just one wire here. And I built everything before in the way that I have only one cable coming to the battery, and all the rest is done somewhere else. So here is all negatives without crossing the positive sides for safety. So again, watch the video about all that stuff, a lot of video actually. So we need to integrate it here. That's the first idea, and that's why it's make it quite easy, because we are just in that place. And so guys, here we have this cable for the bus that we don't need, so we will cut it and apply shrinking tubing here for a nice protective look. And then I mentioned that we will be powering through the temperature sensor. Then we have two wires, this red one with the fuse, which is odd. No, it's not IP67. We don't want this fuse to power the shunt itself, and the gray cable for different kind of stuff. But if you use the temperature sensor, then you plug the sensor. In the case of the Optima battery, it's nice, you can plug it here. So this is the positive side, and the positive sides through the temperature sensor goes to power the sensor and also the shunt. So we have two wires there, and we have two wires there. We just connect them. And why it's good? Because you have less mess. You just need to provide these two cables to somewhere, and then two cables from here to the same point, and connect them. So everything will be nice, so will look nice. And that is the diagram here. So two fuses, the temperature sensor, and that's how we power. So what are we going to do? We will put this here. The shunt will be somewhere here. I don't want a dedicated box, because it is IP67 or something, 65 probably. So, and I will then provide two cables somewhere, and two somewhere, and the fuse. And I evaluated different kind of options. I was thinking about placing it here, somewhere else. This light, I don't like this light. So, and I think I will use that option with that box and that holder. And I will have another extra spare for some other future new things, and probably put this box here. Something like that. We will see it soon. Okay guys, I'm taking out this negative side from here, and actually I will explain now how I am going to connect. So the battery currently it's all to the lots and all other stuff, and the starter alternator also. And I need to take this cable. It's good enough, it's ready, and fortunately the same AIM8 here and here, and just take it and put it to battery minus, either this side or another side. I'm not yet decide, to the battery minus. Everything is ready and it's quite good length. And then I drop from here the previous loads to load minus, and that's it. So here, that's all what I need to do. It's quite simple and nice look. Here, everything after the shunt, all charges that go through the shunt to the battery, everything which is drawn from the battery, including the starter, because this can withstand the starter current. So it's nice. And in case if it's damaged for some reason, you can always take with you, not that one, but probably a better one. You can create a shield that you can shield it. You can make a jump in case if for some reason it was damaged. It doesn't matter if it lost the power, yeah, it will continue operate. That are probably quite simple things I explain. And now, so I will do this. I'm not sure that I'm going to show you all the details about marine grade clamps, shrinking tubes. I have all that covered on my channel, so watch it there. And after that, we'll see. Okay, I will show you the final result of that. So probably you can find some interesting stuff for you. Otherwise, you can skip to the next chapter. So this time I decided, so I cut this, I decided to combine it under the same tube because I have a longer cable, so it will be more clean, more safe to do this way. So it's very clean here. And the same I did with the temperature sensor. So also, because the cable is quite thin, it's easy to damage, so I protect it additionally. And then I put this holder. I decided to use this box. I will explain you now why. So it is rubberized there, so this way it's more protected from the wet than if I would try to connect it through screws somewhere there. This is some kind of Chinese holder from eBay, probably. I don't remember. I don't care much here because the currents here are really low, only to power the sensor and the shunt, really low currents. So 5 amps fuses here. It doesn't mean that the current is 5 amps. Okay, it's another story about fuses for cable protection. So, and then I use this 90-degree angle clamps, Sunset, also Chinese, because it's not so important to have really good quality here. So you need a special tool to make this kind of clamps. You cannot do them well with any other tools. So, and the box is that one because you can put this on holder, and because of the location of the box, it's quite difficult to access it. For changing, for example, fuses, it would be easy if I can just remove it and do all maintenance job if I need it. That's why I will put a holder there. So this Visca box, again, I have a lot of video about them on my channel, so it will go to here. Now let's take a look what will be the result. Let's take a look at the preliminarily. Well, that's quite difficult for my English. The result before the final result. Synonym. So that's what I have. I As I told you, the minus of the battery will go to the battery minus of the shunt. So the same cable that I pull it out from here, I put it here. And now I did a load minus for the shunt here. So I shrink it this before it's cold, so while it's warm I banded it. So let's talk about this first. My box, if you want to know what I have here. So that is the battery number 2. Minus is combined. The battery is there, combined in case if I need to power the starter, for example, also from the second battery, reserve battery. And this is, by the way, the starter, so that cable goes there. Then to the outboard, the charger, yeah. And this is my jumper, my own design jumper to the shunt for the loads. You can read loads here. You can watch all the videos about this setup. So okay, it's now off. Ampere meters are there. So the second battery, the starter, jumper for the shunt. So basically to the loads, charger, and in our case to the first battery, but not directly, but through the shunt. So yeah, that's the box. Yeah, so I place it here. I can take it out. It's not hold very well there, but well, it's okay. So the temperature sensor I could provide through this base here. I only thinking that I will do also a red shrinking tube here, so that I have all classified, and that classified, marked. Okay, well, yeah, my English is not so good. So just to be, it's also in my standards, so it should be red here, because it is red, it's positive. Doesn't matter that this is the sensor. So I want to make it red, that's what I will do. Yeah, and this cable, well, I couldn't provide the shunt through this base, that's why the cable goes here, but probably just one holder here, and that's it. It will be quite clean. So the only thing, the main thing I will need to do is to provide this loads connection to here. Unfortunately, I don't have 90 degrees, like you can see here, lock, marine grade lock. I cannot buy it. I couldn't find, and you actually guys in the US, in the UK, in Australia, you have quite, it is a problem for you also to find the right lock of the marine grade without window here. Watch my videos about this stuff, about marine grades, wires, shrinking tubes, locks. So I only have straight one in my case here. So unfortunately it will be straight. I will need to do it like that. But well, it's okay. Not perfect, but it's okay. That's the last thing that I need to do here. So you probably already can like it, subscribe to see that kind of blah blah blah, so bad English stuff. Yeah, and I will do the final result, and let's see. Guys, everything is ready, but nothing works. Well, the electronic of the board, it's okay, but the shunt doesn't run. And guys, I don't know how I did that mistake, but this temperature sensor is wrong. It's wrong for that purpose. I don't know how and why I do have this one, because there in the secondary battery, the first where I implemented this shunt, I applied the right sensor, the right model. Yeah, but here I don't know how. So I will need to redo this everything. But right now I will just show you that it works. So I put the plus to the plus of the shunt here, and we can shut it to the plus, and you can see it start running. But it doesn't run through the temperature sensor because the model is wrong. So guys, I have to wait another 1 month or 2 before I get the new sensor, before I get back to this project. But the interesting point for you, it will be right now. Everything is connected after a couple months, as you can understand from the firmware update procedure. So we will get back to this connection later. Let's take a look at the app. I'm not sure if you want to know more about the app, so I'm not going to talk about the app too much here, or I don't want to talk at all, unless you tell me in the comments that you want to know about the app. I only mentioned that trends is the awesome feature here, current and voltage. I use it all the time when I demonstrate you different batteries and chargers, because here we can see current against voltage diagrams to understand the charging diagrams of the chargers, or battery discharging let's say tendency. I'm not sure how to say this correctly in English. So if you want a separate video about the app, just let me know in the comments. And now let's summarize about the connection part. I don't think that I need to show too much here. You already know this negative box. Well, the box is positive, but connections are negative. One wire comes to the shunt now from the common ground through the shunt to the battery, the plus on the same place where it has been before. And so we have the right sensor, which is connected nicely, neat. Here both fuses are there and they come to this shunt. So I think everything is explained. If not, let me know in comments what else you want to know about it. Otherwise, remember to like and subscribe to see more stuff like that. Thank you. Bye.